Hi everyone, Dr. LaKeacha Jett here, and welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving straight into three crucial P words that honestly get mixed up all the time, even by the most dedicated, hardworking educators among us. We are talking about phonological awareness, phonemic awareness, and phonics. Now, these three concepts are deeply, beautifully connected, and they all help our students link spoken language to written language. But, and this is a big but, they absolutely do not do the same job. So let me ask you something. Are phonemic awareness and phonics the exact same thing? It's a question you've probably heard whispered in the staff room, or maybe, honestly, you've even wondered it yourself. If you have ever kind of blurred the lines between these terms, please know you are definitely not alone. There is so much widespread confusion surrounding these foundational reading concepts. I actually remember having a conversation with a fellow instructional coach a while back, and she was entirely convinced that phonemic awareness and phonics were the exact same thing. I mean, she said it with absolute confidence. And no matter how we tried to break it down and explain it to her, she just couldn't see the difference.
That conversation highlights a really important reality for all of us in education. Just like our kids, adults sometimes have to actively unlearn incorrect teaching before they can actually take in the correct information. If we're really going to teach reading effectively and truly embrace the science of reading, we have to be completely 100% clear about what these terms actually mean.
So let's map this out. We're going to use a classic umbrella metaphor to see exactly how these three distinct ideas connect and function in our classrooms. First up, we have phonological awareness. I want you to think of this as the big umbrella. It's the broad ability to hear, identify, and work with the sounds in spoken language. It encompasses larger parts of speech, right? We're talking words, syllables, and rhyming. And here is the absolutely critical key. It is entirely oral. Students do not need to look at a single letter to practice this. So when you kids clap out the syllables in the word banana, or when they realize that cat and bat rhyme, they are actively using phonological awareness. Next, we have phonemic awareness. Now, this fits securely underneath that big umbrella we just talked about. It's a smaller, much more specific part of phonological awareness. It's the ability to hear, identify, and manipulate individual sounds, or phonemes, in spoken words. Just like the big umbrella, this is also entirely oral, absolutely no letters involved yet. If you ask a student to blend the sounds s, n, and they proudly shout out, sun, they are demonstrating phonemic awareness. Okay, here is where the magic shift happens. Now we shift to print. Phonics connects all those spoken sounds to physical letters. It's the understanding that letters and letter patterns actually represent sounds in print. So when a student learns that the letters S and H together represent the sh sound in ship, or when they decode the word map by actually looking at the letters on a page, they are using phonics. So just to sum up the difference here, because it's a game changer, phonological and phonemic awareness are oral skills. 0 letters are required. Honestly, you could literally do these activities in the pitch dark. Phonics, on the other hand, is a print skill. Letters and spelling patterns are absolutely involved. The inclusion of print is the fundamental dividing line between the two sides. Section 1, why this distinction matters. The crucial point we need to take away is this. If a student is sitting at your table struggling with phonemic awareness, handing them another stack of phonics worksheets isn't going to solve the problem because they can't even hear the individual sounds in the word yet. Conversely, if a student can hear the sounds perfectly but just doesn't know which squiggly lines on the page represent them, well, then they need phonics instruction. Knowing the exact difference between these three Ps allows you to provide precise, targeted intervention instead of just guessing and hoping for the best. Section 2, Classroom Connection, putting it into practice. Let's make this super practical. If you want to support phonological awareness during your whole group or small group time, you'll be doing rhyming activities or syllable clapping. If your specific goal is phonemic awareness, you'll have students practice blending, segmenting, or maybe even deleting individual sounds out loud. And then, when it's time for phonics, that's exactly when you bring in explicit letter sound instruction, spelling practice, and decoding with actual physical text. There's a quote I absolutely love because it brilliantly illustrates the connection between these three. It goes, phonological awareness prepares the ear. Phonemic awareness sharpens the ear. Phonics connects the ear to the eye. Isn't that great? It's a beautifully poetic and highly memorable anchor for us as educators.
These concepts are deeply, intimately connected, but remember, they are not interchangeable. Let's pause for a quick reflection moment. I want you to think about your own classroom right now. How will clarifying these terms change your lesson planning and your assessment decisions tomorrow morning? Are there students who you've been giving phonics practice to who actually need phonemic awareness support first? Because at the end of the day, as educators, we really cannot teach students clearly if we are unclear ourselves. Once we give ourselves the grace to correct our own misunderstandings and start using precise language, our instruction becomes incredibly intentional. Clearer language leads to stronger lessons, and stronger lessons ultimately build stronger readers.
Let's end with this powerful summary for you to carry into your classroom. Phonological awareness is sound awareness. Phonemic awareness is individual sound awareness. Phonics is sound-to-print instruction. Keep that essential triad in mind, and you will be perfectly equipped to champion the science of reading for your kids. So taking a look at your lesson plans for next week, which of these 3 Ps are your struggling readers actually asking you for?